Sorry about that. Back. That was my fault, technical difficulties. Just coming up to Bank and Albert. There is a checkpoint at Catherine and Bank. Police stopping every vehicle and asking them where they're going. Alright, go ahead and share this video, folks. It's a nice day. Just passed another gaggle of police officers. I don't say gaggle to be offensive. It's just the only word that popped into my mind.
Hi.
Terrible stuff happening, isn't it?
It is.
It's just
Very
unbelievable.
Bad. Very bad.
We need to get our Canada back.
Yes, we do. Take care.
Thank you. You too. A couple people just standing there talking about how awful this is. And yeah, think of the precedent, folks. Think of the precedent of what has been a wholly peaceful protest being shut down by police enforcement. I've been here for 3 weeks. There hasn't been violence. Media and Justin Trudeau still go on about the hateful signs and the silliness of grabbing a Confederate flag or somebody having a Confederate flag and trying to pin that onto a Canadian as being racist. If anything, it might be stupid, but we never don't have anything to do with the Confederate Army of the US and the split, you know, the Civil War and all of that. So, duh. So, still people up here. All right, Wellington Street. There are still trucks. There are still people. Walking past somebody to my right. CBC is the fucking worst, I quote. Ooh, shit show up at the War Memorial, I'm told. I didn't think to pack any toilet paper for that. So we will make our way to the War Memorial. Oh, happy day. I did mention in one of my videos earlier, I'll mention it again, I will post this onto my YouTube later, so if you want to watch it again, go over there. Views on my YouTube channel, really good. Helps with my, whatever their silly algorithms are. I'm reading someone said they pepper sprayed an old lady, and now someone's saying a horse took out an old lady. Ugh. I hope that's just horse shit. That's awful. Folks gathered around a fire, keeping warm. Thank you. This evening stream is brought to you by the generosity of Crystal. Thank you, Crystal, for sponsoring this evening's data consumption. So there has been movement of vehicles. We're just outside of Center Block. Hello. For those just joining us, I have walked through some checkpoints. Nobody's asked me anything. I have not had any engagement by any police officers.
Such a bad chaos.
Again, this video is public. Feel free to share it. I'm live on the ground in what is probably the world's quietest state of emergency one has ever seen. So if you watched my earlier video, you'll have seen where the law enforcement had drawn a line of individuals, and then protesters caught a line right beside it. So it looks like something like that is still going on. Hey man.
Hi man, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Ah,
Tired of the stupidity?
you need somebody here. Need more peace there.
Watch your
What's going on?
Ooh, glow sticks. Available at every Canadian insurrection. Excuse me, sir. Do you make these available at every terrorist activity or just Canadian ones? I'm joking. Because I mean glow sticks. Terrorism, pretty terrorism.
He's a terrorist, though.
There you go. Oh, dude.
That guy's most wanted.
She never asked me.
All right. Well, sorry, Crystal. I didn't see that message. It just came through, and see. It seems to be where a lot of TV crews here. Let's see how deep I can get into this crowd. Oh, this is it. That's where the line is.
I worked with Mel Gibson, though, when he was in town. He was so bass. He was like, he was talking like,
I don't know if you can see that, but 3 rows of people in front of me, there are law enforcement individuals holding a line.
But they said yesterday, the Kieran Young guy, whatever his name is, he was saying that March 1st. Where's Maxine Brilliant? He should be here right now. Apparently he is part of the Young Leaders Association, whatever. All these liberal communists
Down here, because you know what they're gonna do? They're just gonna push through.
Come down the left-hand side of the sidewalk, and you're gonna see it. We're literally under the canvas. Start marching, oh yeah. Where you got fucking pins. Start singing again, guys.
One guy wants
Love
to go to
it.
the pharmacy.
Let's go, guys. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. 5:30, yeah. Far and wide, oh, Canada, we stand on God for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for CBC saying the reason the horses ran from people was because protesters attempted to take the police officer's guns and threw a bicycle. 3 weeks! Bullshit! We're fucking 3 weeks! 3 weeks time! Oh yeah. Unarmed civilian.
So, for perspective, that's the same Looks like, well, I don't know if the same officers, but that's the same line that I was at earlier today. They've pushed the protesters back maybe 100 yards. Not a whole lot. They're moving about as fast as the Liberal government on getting clean drinking water to the indigenous nations. It cracked me up.
People are allowed to go back and forth, right?
So, forgive me for my logic. In front of me now is the War Memorial. As we know, it was gated off. And then veterans came down and ungated it. We currently have police, or law enforcement individuals, that is, pushing the crowds back, getting them more concentrated. With all the worry and fear of Canadians desecrating the very respectful and somber War Memorial, I must ask, individuals making decisions, why would you not fence it off if you're planning on kettling and wrapping up this peaceful protest? This is a state of emergency. Here's another irony. So, of course, we have this legislation which has not been passed and has not actually been enacted, the Emergencies Act. It was supposed to be debated in Parliament today, but Speaker of the House canceled Parliament on the debate on the Emergencies Act because activities are taking place because of Trudeau invoking the Emergency Act. The stupidity. What's even more stupid is during this so-called emergency, which was declared Monday, parliamentarians have been meeting in Parliament, in the heart of where the state of emergency is. I mean, stupid is as stupid does, people. I did want to comment that the first weekend I was down here, well, I didn't see that one specific Confederate flag, and I didn't see the other specific flag with the swastika myself. I did see a few swastikas, and in the center of the swastikas was Justin Trudeau's face. Now, to me, that's a political statement that says that, you know, they're comparing Justin Trudeau to being a Nazi. It does not say that they are a Nazi. So there are still trucks on Wellington coming up. There are still trucks south of Wellington in the blocks east and west of Parliament, or east and west of Bank Street rather. It's a very colorful state of emergency. I would not disagree with that, whoever is saying that about the swastika. However, to the person who said that, actually look up the swastika and the it's a Hindu symbol, which is similar to the swastika, or if I'm incorrect, the swastika actually belongs to the Hindu religion as a symbol of peace, and what Justin Trudeau, haha, Hitler, Freudian slip, what in any case, the symbol being called the swastika is not actually a swastika. Hey, wouldn't be the first time that facts of history weren't misrepresented, whether accidentally or purposefully. I believe there was a tent here earlier today. Fighting back is now the new normal. I certainly hope not. I certainly hope not. Let's see if these folks want to talk. Hey guys, anybody care to talk to me? I'm only filming myself right now. What's you here protesting? Are you part of the convoy? Me, myself, Christopher Cnerpin. I live here in Ottawa. I'm not a journalist.
Gotcha. What's your channel?
The cnerpin Project. Yeah, well, that's why you asked me who I was. Yeah, no need to apologize. I'm a nobody. So have you been here the whole time? Are you part of the convoy? You just participants? Yeah, you just got here. Cool. Where'd you come in from? And I'm the only one on camera. Gatineau. Okay. Yeah. What made you come out now?
Well, you were instructing.
Just to support? It's ridiculous where we're at, eh? It really is absolute ridiculousness. So, and
You've been in Ottawa for long?
I've lived here for 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So, the people complaining about this being a siege or occupation.
It's insane.
Oh my God! You use an occupation when you have a foreign military force come into your city. Citizens of Canada cannot occupy the capital city. And you know, the people who live down here, privileged. Government employees, they're being inconvenienced. They don't mind being inconvenienced for a week when the Pride Parade sets up and, you know, the streets are full. They don't mind being inconvenienced, you know, during the Canada 150 celebrations, which was absolutely madness for quite some time.
And they're the ones being aggressive. Sorry.
Well, and that's another thing that's amazing, right? You see these anti-protest marches, you know, gas the unvaccinated, you know, it's just, it's ridiculous. But,
to be honest with you, it really feels like the country that I grew up in is dying. I have young kids.
Yep.
And if I'm being all the way honest, I've cried multiple times already. I really feel like we're at the end of the rope right now, and we're fucked. Like this is terrible.
It is absolutely terrible. I have a 14-year-old. His 15th birthday is tomorrow. No birthday party. I don't want to get the virus and kill people.
Yeah.
He's vaccinated. He's not a stupid kid, but you know. It's the culture, and it's absolutely ridiculous. This guy's a moron. Like Justin Trudeau, he's just an absolute moron. So
the good thing is the rest of the world is laughing at him right now.
his career is over.
To us all that the mandate doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
He's triple vax and he's not
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the point of the mandate?
It's a therapeutic at best.
Exactly.
It's a
best.
therapeutic at best. To mandate that is criminal. It's absolutely fucking criminal.
Any medical procedure is
Yeah.
cannot be.
Hey, listen, if you're a religion that can't accept a blood transfusion, no one's lying to you about it. It's your right to choose whether or not to get a blood transfusion.
Well, we
That
can
applies to
smoke.
everything.
So this idea that, like, you know, if you get this.
Money out of it, right?
Well, yeah, no, but we can smoke, we can drink. The Trudeau governments have been a big pusher on decriminalizing, you know, harsh drugs. So we'll allow our citizens to do that and still provide them universal health care. But if you don't take, which is for all intents and purposes, still an experimental medication,
We just had McDonald's.
Yeah.
We just had McDonald's.
isn't that the best tasting poison you ever can get your hands on?
I mean alcohol.
Right?
I would say alcohol.
I wouldn't call that poison. I'm not at that point yet.
It's poison.
I call that a therapeutic.
The way you feel the next day shows you what.
Yeah,
it does
right,
to you.
right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, guys? I keep up the good work. I admire all the folks that have come down and done this. You know, hold the line. We're peaceful, happy people. I mean, this is a state of fucking emergency. I think Justin Trudeau woke up Monday morning with bad hair, and it was just.
Unsafe.
Well, who's making it unsafe? I was here this
And
morning.
the damage it's doing to the businesses is unbearable.
They've been claiming for like 2 weeks that these truckers were making damages to the businesses. Right now they're doing more damage, like for closing all the access points.
The streets downtown have never been cleaner. Crime down here is lower. Is lower than it's ever been. People need to pull their heads out of their ass.
Breaks my fucking heart.
It's astonishing, isn't it? Well, you know what, guys? Keep it up. I think we're going to see a huge influx this weekend of people.
You think so?
I think so. Maybe not as much as the last couple of weeks, but
I mean, with the checkpoints coming in, that's already a big barrier to entry.
Yeah, but people coming from further, they're still gonna come in.
They're gonna walk.
park your car and walk. I mean, realistically, officer, what am I doing illegal? I'm just walking down the street. What am I doing illegal? The truck's being parked. Technically, you're illegally parked. Is that a state of fucking emergency? No. I mean, I guess it is if you're a meter maid.
Well, I mean, this guy's making hot dogs. I feel really threatened.
You got something against wieners?
Well, now that you put it that way, yeah, get him the fuck
I have a way to put it all nasty, man. All right, guys. Well, keep it up. Good work.
Thanks, brother.
Good luck.
Have a good one.
Stay safe. And keep calm because we have to. That idiot can't. Take care, guys. So, interesting. Sorry. Talking to myself. Interestingly enough, those guys were very suspicious of me. And, you know, after a few words, opened up and had a nice conversation. So now crossed over Bank Street, heading west to Wellington. My usual tour. So we're in a state of emergency. Parliament has the weekend off. So you know, Anthony Rota closed down the question period debate, the parliamentary session for today, and he did that on the basis of you know, this. Well, essentially, his announcement was because there was going to be a police action taking place. It's been taking place all day. As far as I can tell, nothing serious has happened. There have been no violence, anything like that. But for the last 2 years, has Parliament not been meeting virtually? Why can they not meet virtually to discuss this? I just, again, me and my silly use of logic. No place for that in this world. So we'll turn left onto Kent and maybe get a little bit deeper into the trucks that I wasn't able to today because of data and power issues. So this street has been cleared off already. Less Remember 9/11? Not a state of emergency. Remember how terrible COVID was going to be at the onset? Not a state of emergency. Gunman in Parliament who actually killed a police officer, I believe. Not a state of emergency. Oh, interestingly enough, there was an act of domestic terrorism today in Canada, in British Columbia. I believe a gang of 20 individuals carrying axes attacked some energy something or other. Look for it. I don't know, maybe you'll see it in the news. But why would they report a real act of violence in emergency when they're very much busy trying to write the news than an act of emergency? has taken place. I honestly don't think I'll ever trust mainstream media again. I mean, I've always known it's a little skewed, but it isn't skewed anymore. It does not report the news. It writes the news the way it wants it to be. Ooh, this is where the pig roast is. I believe a CBC reporter took a picture of this, tweeted it out as being an absolutely disgusting thing. I haven't heard anything about that, Crystal, but I did, just while I was up on Wellington, did walk past a young kid playing outside of what looked like, well, what was a motorhome. So as I get to wrap this up, because people, it's not exciting. It's really kind of anticlimactic. The energy down at the, I don't know what you call it, the police line is tense. I think people are doing their best not to lose their temper, to not just, you know, self-control, but to control each other. After all, we all are just human. And if our Prime Minister can take a temper fit and walk out of Parliament during session when he doesn't want to answer a question or he's offended, I'm going to give you know, Canadians who've been protesting for their freedoms and being called everything but anything nice, I'm going to give them a little room for being upset. I'm going to give them tremendous credit for not losing it by now. So again, I will put this up to my YouTube channel, the cnerpin Project. Go there, like my page, subscribe to it, comment. That only helps me. And yeah, I think maybe even tonight I might work on starting a new video. Hi.
Hi.
But really, back to this idea that the city's under occupation, we're under siege, the lives of Ottawa residents are being horribly disruptive. They're not. I mean, I think some people are just sensitive. But our lives have been disrupted by the government for 2 years. And with this, state of emergency. We just watched a fella blow a red light. That's funny. But yeah, I'm sorry. This idea of a siege on our city and occupation, it's ridiculous. I have seen live video especially with Viva Frei. He's far better at this than I am. And he talks to people. He's like, yeah, I live 2 blocks away. No, there's no noise at night. Oh, they're very respectful. The neighborhoods are clean. Nobody in the mainstream media seems to be looking for 2 sides of the story. They seem to only want to report one story, and that's the story they've chosen. And that's not journalism. And I think what's sad is, you know what the fundamental cornerstones of a democracy are? Free press. Free independent press, not paid for by the state, to investigate and put the checks and balances that are needed between government and the people who elect them. Yeah, people walking around, looks like they had some grocery bags coming out of the grocery store. Because when you're in a state of emergency, go grocery shopping. Trying to think what other things have happened in the last 20 years or since 1985 that might have required the Emergencies Act. Sorry about that. So yeah, I probably went black there for a minute or two. Yes, you're right. Black Lives Matter protests. There was no, where there is often violence, not a state of emergency. Oka, not a state of emergency. Railway blockades, not a state of emergency. Pipeline blockades, not a state of emergency. I think that's all there really is to report tonight. Not report, because I'm not a reporter. To show you. It's rather anticlimactic. Very disappointing for a state of emergency. If you want to watch this video again and you're not on my Facebook, head over to my YouTube channel, the cnerpin Project. All the videos that I've taken, all the footage I've taken over the last 3 weeks can be found there. And thanks for watching. Keep safe, keep sane, people. And make sure before you draw your conclusions, you look for all information, not just the information that supports the conclusion you want to make. If I hear of anything really exciting or intense or dramatic happening up at Wellington, I'll do my best to get there. But for now, I'm heading home for dinner. Have yourselves a good evening.